Don't write this down yet, but let's start with the golden rule. What's the golden rule? Doing others what? What'd you say? What was it?
Lie unto others as you wish they would lie.
Yeah, as you wish they would lie to you. Do unto others you have them do unto you. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Right? What's some other ones there? I've heard, treat others the way they treat you.
Children are to be seen and not heard.
Children are to be seen and not heard. Yeah. No, golden rule, treat others the way you want to be treated. Does it always work? No. Great principle. But let's say after a good day of training here tomorrow, you say you want to show your appreciation, and you bring me flowers. I'd say, wow, gee, thanks, it's the thought that counts. Because I don't understand the concept. I don't understand the concept of someone taking a living thing, killing it, selling you the carcass. You give me that carcass so that I can watch it rot. And that's supposed to show a sign of appreciation. Here's a dead biology. Watch it rot.
Now I have a new concept to all my girlfriends.
So here's the thing. I would rather you come to me and say, hey, let's go get a drink and have an hour conversation. That's what I like. Now, what if I treated my wife the way I want to be treated? She would never get any flowers, right? How do you think that goes?
Honey, I just got you a new carcass.
Yeah, a new carcass, yes. Okay, so that's the problem with the golden rule. So, I mean, yeah, it's a great principle. I'm not going to put it down, but it doesn't always work, doesn't always apply. So what Tony Alessandra came up with, and he trademarked it, he wrote the, I forgot, working today, the platinum rule. So on the top of that page, on the top of page 31, see that black line where it says notes over here in that black line? Above the black line, write platinum rule, and I'll give it to you. The platinum rule is treat others the way they want to be treated. Treat others the way they want to be treated. It's not how I want to be treated, it's how they want to be treated. For this seminar, communicate with others the way they want to be communicated to. It's not what I want to say, it's what you want to hear. It's not how I want to say it, it's the manner in which you want to hear it. Okay. Communicate with others the way they want to communicate. Platinum rule. Okay, so here's what we're going to do at the top of the page. At the top of the page, write open, and the bottom of the page, self-contained. Two styles of people, two general styles of people. Open people, we think of extroverts. Self-contained people, or what we might call introverts. Now the reason Tony Alessandra doesn't use these terms is because we have a lot of stereotypes when it comes to extroverts and introverts. We think extroverts have high self-esteem. And introverts, because they're shy and they have low self-esteem, and that's not the case at all. If you read tabloids or watch TMZ, you see a lot of extroverted people checking themselves in and out of rehab, right? Not a lot of self-esteem there. The difference here, open people, the energy comes from out here. The energy comes from out here. They draw it from the outside. Self-contained people generate it from the inside. Okay? I'm an open person. I draw energy from out here in the group. So when you guys are a great group here and you're giving a lot of energy, that helps today's seminar, tomorrow's seminar. Yesterday, remember I was telling you about Friday in Kona? So it was 22 people, 11 of them were sergeants and detectives. It was a one-day seminar. Okay. Not a lot of energy to pull from. So then it makes my job a little harder. Now, like I said, here where we got some good energy going and so on, it makes a great day and I'm having fun. So at the end of the day, today I'll be like 4 o'clock, I'm ready to go. A self-contained person, there are many, many great trainers who are self-contained. They're giving all day long. They generate energy and give it out. So at the end of the day, they will be drained. They'll have to go take a nap. Whereas I'll have a lot of energy because you guys are giving energy. Okay. So I'm more taking it. They would be giving all day. Now the advantage for the self-contained people is it doesn't matter if there's 22 people, 11 of them are cops. They'll give the exact same seminar. They know exactly where they'll be in the day at 10:17. They won't be surprised by, oh, it's 10:17. Because it's exactly the same seminar. It doesn't matter who's out there. Just different styles of people. Now the cross-axes here, we have indirect and direct communicators. Indirect and direct communicators. different styles of communication. Again, nothing's wrong with them. They have their strengths. Each has their strengths, each has their weakness. So this is a peeve of mine in Vegas, and I'm sure you guys have it down here when tourists come and they visit in July, and they go, "It's hot here." Right? Doesn't that bug you? It's like, no kidding, you came to the desert in July, what were you thinking? Right? Last January, I was giving some training up in Fairbanks, Alaska in January. I didn't go, "It's cold here." Right? I said, you know what, it's cold here, because it is. But you just make that assumption. So anyway, that's a peeve of mine. And you guys have the same thing. When it's hot here, you want to get out in the heat. Right? The advantage that I have over that you guys, you'd have to travel a little further, is we can get to the ocean. We can drive to the ocean. So either go into the mountains or we go to the ocean in the summertime to cool off. So what happens is we're sitting there and it's hot and it's Friday and I just want to get out of town. I want to go put my feet in the ocean. And I'm sitting there like, come on, come on, come on. My wife's a workaholic, so she doesn't get off right at 5 o'clock on a Friday. It's 5, it's 6, it's 7. I'm like, come on, I want to put my feet in the ocean. 8, 9, boom. Finally, we're driving across the desert there. Now, have any of you driven between Las Vegas and LA? Las Vegas and the beaches? Okay, what's between Las Vegas and San Bernardino? Nothing? Yeah, definitely, yeah. No, when you say nothing, there is. It's called Barstow. Nothing, yeah. So anyway, we're driving across there, just driving as quickly as possible. For those that you don't know this, if you haven't driven that stretch of road, if you're not going 90 miles an hour, you're getting rear-ended. Right? I was sharing with some people from Southern California, and I had dinner with them on Saturday, and I was like, oh yeah, I get to Lagoon in about 3.5 hours. And they're like, really? I was like, oh, I'm sorry, 4.5 hours. Trying to like slow it down, because these people, they're the ones that drive 70 across the desert. So anyway, sitting there, we're driving, we're getting in the Jeep, we're just driving across, driving. My wife turns to me, she says, "Do you need to use the restroom?" I say, "Nope, keep driving." What's she communicating? She needs to use the restroom. She's an indirect communicator. She asks the question, do you need to use it, to see what's good for the group, the two of us, right? Now I'm a direct communicator. I pull into Barstow and I announce, I'm taking a leak. I don't use the word leak, I use a word that's on the list. We get a list of words you don't say at a Fred Prayer seminar. I use one of those. Alright? I'm taking a leak. Not only am I taking a leak, you're taking a leak. And not only you taking a leak, you're going to get in there and out of there in the amount of time it takes me to take care of my business and fill the Jeep up with gas. Because if your butt is not in the seat when I'm ready to go, I'm leaving without you. See a problem there? Okay. So direct communicator. Yeah, some of you are like, that makes sense, right? Direct communicator. Say what I want, what I'm going to do, what I want. Now the problem there is comes across commanding, demanding, and crude, right? Crude. But it has its strengths, it has its weakness. On the other side, the indirect communicator side, again, a little more sophisticated, a little more tactful, if you will. But there's a problem there too, because if I'm not listening to what she's saying, she's going to be in a lot of pain in a little bit, right? It's hugely embarrassing. When you're driving along that stretch of road, you see a car pulled over, and someone's trying to find a hidden place in this flat desert. So it's going to be some problems on both sides. Right? So it's just differences. Each has their strengths, each has their weaknesses. Okay, this